Oh, what do we have here? A nameless, a cloud knight, a judge of the Ten Lords Commission, and a street performer. Quite the group.
Wow, the General recognizes me? I didn't realize I was so famous.
My retainer Yang Qing has mentioned you. You are one of the only people on the Law Fu that was able to deprive him of his sword.
Oh, I remember. I should apologize. I did a sword-swallowing performance on the spur of the moment, but forgot to return the sword to him when I left the stage.
So, what wind has brought you to the seat of divine foresight?
General, we know you have important matters to attend to, and the Ten Lords Commission shouldn't be bothering you with something as trivial as the Heliobi. But if we allow those creatures to roam freely, I'm afraid...
I heard stories of a skirmish between a previous general and a monster of sorts. I'd always assumed they were an old wives' tale. I never imagined the villain of such tales would come to my doorstep seeking revenge. I must say, it seems a bit unfair that I should assume the debt for a conflict I had no involvement in. Precisely. In principle, the instigator should bear the burden. Still. General Teng Xiao is a venerated predecessor. If I am to honor his legacy, then sitting idly by is not an option. If an audience with the general of the Law Fu is requested, then I will honor such a request.
General, Heliobi are vile creatures capable of taking over the bodies of mortals. If you're unsure...
I appreciate the Ten Lords Commission having such high regard for my welfare. It is true I am rather inexperienced when it comes to Heliobi. But as General of the Law Fu, I cannot look on while these fugitive creatures wreak havoc on the populace. I still have some paperwork that needs attending to. Once I am finished, I will make my way to Fixtral Garden without delay.
I've never seen this one before. Human. Who are you?
Heliobus, is it not your deepest wish to hold a rematch with the General of the Law Fu? I have come to grant you an audience.
Sirius, we have brought you the person you wish to see. This is General Jing Yuan, the one who now sits at the seat of divine foresight.
This is the current general of the LeFou? Look at that expression! He's barely half awake! Where is General Teng Xiao? Why did he choose such a lightweight to take over for him? I suppose it's already too late for the Xianzhou to rid themselves of this clown. Very well, then. General Jing Yuan. How about we settle our score right here in Fixtral Garden? If I win, I must be free to come and go as I please.
I agreed to grant you an audience, not meet you in combat.
What? You refuse? You won't fight me? He comes here after I demand a rematch and won't even fight. Is he conceding that I already won? No, there can be no victory in ensuing combat. Human logic negates it.
You misunderstand. I came for a rematch. It's just that you are not a worthy opponent.
What? Unworthy?
Teng Xiao, as General of the Luofu, was Commander-in-Chief of the Cloud Knights. Ignomar commanded the Heliobi. The two were as great as the sky and the earth, equally matched like yin and yang. It is only natural that they were worthy opponents. As it stands, I am the General of the Luofu. But you are no Ignomar, merely a prisoner. If you wish to engage me in battle, you must follow my rules. Defeat my army. Only then will I grant you the fight you seek.
Your army?
That's right. You must defeat my 4 companions gathered here. Then, you will have proved yourself a worthy opponent.
Wait, he means us? We'll be okay, right?
That's right. For us, any problem that can be solved by force isn't a problem at all.
So I only need to beat your pawns here.
It would serve you well not to underestimate them. They are as skilled in combat as they are tenacious in spirit. I worry they might pose a problem for you. If you win, you can have your rematch. If you lose, you will answer one question of their choice. No lies, no tricks. Can you accept these terms?
It's a deal. The game is set. This platform will be our chessboard, and the fighters will be the pieces. Trying to humiliate me with lowly pawns. No matter then, I have my pawns to play. Heed my command. Receive my power. Now you will experience the might of the Heliobi.
Give it up. Recount.
Let me through!
Still in denial.
Want to see what I can do?
Lance ablaze! Lance forward! It's time. This is serious.
Let me through! Want to see what I can do? You're not going anywhere!
Still in denial.
Rise, Phoenix!
This is serious. I shall be the judge.
Forget your wallet? I'll feast your eyes! Happy New Year!
By the will of the 10 lords. The 10 lords' decree, hereby ordained. Give it up. Recount.
Turn out your pockets!
You're not going anywhere!
Lance ablaze! Lance forward!
Still in denial? I shall be the judge.
I'm on guard.
You've lost. Serious.
Ugh, don't get complacent. If I had all of Ignimar's power, I'd never have lost to the likes of you.
Should you decide to try again, my offer still stands. But you must defeat them.
Then what are we waiting for?
Not so fast! Before we fight again, you need to answer one question like you promised.
Pesky devil of a girl. All right. What's your question?
Look, is this something a heliobus could have done?
There were countless heliobi that escaped from the creation furnace. And every one of them could have done such a thing. It could have been vengeance, curiosity, or simply hunger. So how would I know which one abducted your dragon lady? Of course, I do have my suspicions. For example, Luxie. Luxie loves mischief. They give no thought to interfering in mortal affairs. Their only concerns are entertainment and freedom. Among all the fragments of Ignimar, the one most likely to abduct your precious dragon lady would be Luxie. We were sealed away for 1,000 years. It's been ages since we last tasted the joys and sorrows of the world of humans. I'm sure Luxie was eager to find a new friend and wander the world with them.
I think they're telling the truth. Heliobi do have different personalities, and they can be influenced by the personality of their host. If a heliobus possesses a great warrior, they might gradually take on a braver, fiercer persona. And if their host is a playful child, they may adopt a childlike spirit.
Wander the world with them. It sounds like Lady Bailu would have been an ideal target. She's always running off to play in Arm Alley.
This intel should be a big help.
Hey! We're not done here! You still owe me a fight! You bunch of meatbags! One minor victory and you think you're something special? Come on! Show me what you've got!
The clues are all pointing in the same direction. It would be wise to strike while the iron is hot.
Thank you for your help, General. Let's get going.
Is something the matter? You seem out of breath. A heliobus that creates illusions for the sole purpose of instructing someone in swordplay. I wouldn't mind learning a few tricks from them myself. Unfortunately, It sounds like this one is a little too aggressive to be a decent sparring partner. This is not an adversary that someone as young as Yan Qing is equipped to deal with.
General, we need to move fast. If we wait any longer, I'm afraid that Sojourner might be...
I can understand your sense of urgency. But before I leave, I have a question for Cirrus, who has been listening this whole time. I trust you are familiar with Pyra.
Naturally. Among the Heliobi, Pyra manifests the courage and warring spirit of Igmar. They are the most aggressive of all the fragments. But who is this swordmaster? Who is Yan Qing?
My apprentice.
No wonder I smell a hint of sadness in you. In order to rescue his incompetent apprentice, the master must fight on the battlefield himself. I must say, I'm very envious of Pyra.
You know the flavor of sadness, but not its meaning. An apprentice obsessed with victory and defeat has lost his mind to a heliobus, and is now trying to shortcut his way to mastery of the sword. This is my failure to him as a master. And the source of grief you see in me now.
Then you should hurry. Pyra has an insatiable bloodlust. Once they've enslaved your mind, they can make you turn against your friends, your kin, even your own master. Go! I don't wish to delay your death match with your apprentice.
Su Shang is awaiting our timely arrival at Dragon Prayer Terrace. Let's go.
Lieutenant of the Seat of Divine Foresight. Is that the best you can do? And I was thinking I'd be done for the moment you drew your sword. I didn't think I would last this long. I'm not half as bad as I thought.
Young one, you're hesitating again. You're always hesitating. Your opponent is no match for you. Yet they have managed to fend you off for this long. As a swordsman, have you not any pride? Do you want to repeat the disaster you suffered at Dragon Prayer Terrace? It's time to finish it. Only blood can cleanse the shame of the sword.
He won't do it.
General.
Young one, your old teacher has arrived. Under his tutelage, you never experienced true failure. But after suffering your first major setback, your confidence in your swordsmanship has been faltering. You worry that the general is disappointed in you. You worry that you don't have what it takes to be the person the general wants you to be. Now, show him what I have taught you. He'll be very proud of your progress. Tell him that with your sword, you will bring victory to the Xianzhou.
With my sword.
Yan Qing would never draw his sword on me to prove himself. I have confidence in him. This confidence is not a belief that he will win every contest. It is a belief that he will one day break free from the paradigm of victory and defeat, and realize his true reason for wielding the sword. The pleasure of swordsmanship, the saving of life, and the dispatchment of enemies. This truth must be discovered by himself. No one can teach it to him. Now is the time for him to take that step.
General,
Break free from victory and defeat? Those are just empty words to comfort the dead and the defeated. Think of your crushing defeat at Dragon Prayer Terrace. Think of how you felt then, teetering on the brink of death. If the sword of that Stellaron hunter had pierced your flesh, you wouldn't be standing here pondering the meaning of victory and defeat. Now is the time to break all your chains. Draw your sword on your master, to the general who is trying to imprison you. Draw your sword.
General, allow me to demonstrate my swordsmanship. I hereby challenge you. Apira, I challenge these swords to battle!
Young fool, how disappointing. Your accomplishments would have been limitless. But you've led astray by empty idealism. None of that matters anymore. While teaching you, I studied your every move inside out. And now you wish to throw down the gauntlet. Very well. In your own image, and with your own techniques, I will teach you one final lesson. Your swordplay, every stroke and sway, I've committed it all to your memory. Now, allow me to demonstrate. Merciless intent, how powerful I am.
No, young Jing. Conceal your form and hide your intentions. Don't fall for their distractions.
Understood. Later. All will be revealed. In the lunar flame.
Let's begin. Stand down. There's no time to lose. Conflict is pitiless.
Punish evil. I'm just warming up.
Leave it to me. You know nothing of the weight behind this power. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
In the name of Landau, a will forged in ice never falters!
Follow my charge. Time for the master stroke. Show no mercy.
All will be revealed. In the lunar flame. I failed. One hit, one stroke of luck, one victory.
Impressive. I missed it.
Ew, it's about time we got this guy into the gourd.
General.
I know what you wish to say, young Jing. We can move past the melodrama.
Then, to the rest of you, thank you for
bringing me out of that daze. Especially you, Miss Sushong.
Why does everyone that gets heliobust love to apologize for it? You're the victim here. They're the ones stirring up chaos. It should be me thanking you for holding back during our battle. Or maybe, just maybe, it's due to a sudden skill improvement? Don't you think?
Haha, right. Conscious Sushong is pretty badass. We're gonna need to get you a front-page news story for this one. Heck, let's get some billboards!
So, you've made it your daily mission to tease me, huh?
With respect to this incident, what is your plan for posting on the Luofu's Ghastly Grove? Since it concerns the seat of divine foresight, I am hoping you could.
Well, about that. Let me discuss it with her first. Is everyone okay with this?
Thanks for covering for me. I'm so embarrassed.
All's well that ends well. We should hurry back and lock up Hyra in the evil binding matrix. They're a dangerous one. I'm afraid they might escape.
Well then, Yan, Qing, and I will take our leave now.
All right, let's get out of here. It appears we are all present. The Spiritfarers who were supposed to report to Huohuo mentioned they didn't see her today. I'll get straight to the point. I have no idea where Huohuo may be. However, if we combine our efforts, we may be able to piece together some clues. Each of you are close to Huohuo. Did you notice anything unusual about her yesterday? Yeah, Miss Huohuo has been trying to track down Tail. In addition to helping the squad, that is. What if Huohuo came across a lead today? Something that sounded like Tail's doing. Knowing her, she's probably gone looking for him. And yet, she didn't come to any of us for help. That's not like her. Given the type of person she is, if she did have any clues, she would seek out our help. If she hasn't shared anything with us, it means there is only one possibility. Correct. And I think I might know who the culprit is. Cirrus. The only one who may have knowledge of Tail's whereabouts is Cirrus, whose plans were foiled due to Tail's actions. Even if Cirrus doesn't know where Tail is, given the shared history, they wouldn't hesitate to cause trouble. Let's go. We must try to squeeze some answers out of Cirrus.
Well. Insects who don't know when to quit. I sense you have questions. Go on. Ask away.
Huohuo is missing. And I'm willing to bet you know something about it.
How careless. Your companion vanishes right under your noses. And you fail to notice. Why am I the one you're pestering?
The Ten Lords' Commission might not be able to completely eradicate the Heliobi, but we have plenty of ways of dealing with them.
Ooh, how threatening. Save your breath. I know your tactics. Let's cut to the chase. I do know something about it.
I knew it!
Believe it or not, while you were distracted, she came and found me. She asked asked me if I knew where Mr. Tail was, and I simply gave her a clue. She searched high and low, but came back empty-handed, of course. If only you could have seen her expression, simultaneously terrified and desperate to know more. Utterly hilarious. In the end, I became fed up with her constant nagging. I told her that her beloved tail had splintered and been reduced to an ember without a single memory. You should have seen her face! I started feeling sorry for her. Out of pity, I told her that her tail was hiding in Cloudford, preparing to flee the Xianzhou on a star skiff. I also told her that the Ten Lords Commission was in the process of recapturing all the Heliobi. If she were to turn to you for help, Mr. Tail would be imprisoned, even if she managed to find him. Looks like she took the bait.
Lies! You can't possibly know where Tail disappeared to.
Maybe I do, maybe I don't. But I have no doubt about one thing. My friends are ready and waiting for her in Cloudford. I tricked you, didn't I? You should have faith in your friend. Perhaps Wawa is safe and sound. Perhaps she managed to subdue the Heliobi. If you rush to Cloudford, there's still a chance you might find her.
Not good. Let's head to Cloudford quickly.
The paperwork will have to wait. I'm coming with you.
Wawa? Wawa?
What do we do now? I'll go get help from the Alchemy Commission.
Hold on. Let me take a look at her. She's unresponsive. It looks like a heliobus has taken control of her mind. This isn't just a heliobus illusion. It's a complete sensory barrier, cutting off the individual from the outside world. In this case, even the harmonic chime won't work. This isn't something the healers at the Alchemy Commission can handle. I'll take Huohuo back to the Ten Lords Commission. Perhaps they'll have an answer. As for now, I'm temporarily suspending the activities of the ghost hunting squad.
But...
The situation has changed completely. Without the assistance of a judge, continuing would place all of you in grave danger, defeating the purpose of the squad.
But Miss Hanya, this is to save our friend.
I know. I understand. But please, let the Ten Lords Commission deal with this. We'll find a way to extract this heliobus from Huohuo.
Miss Hanya, tell me straight. Does the Ten Lords Commission actually have a solution? Yeah. Cirrus is bound to know what this heliobus is up to.
No, we shouldn't do what they expect us to do. They've been manipulating us from Fixed Troll Garden all along. We need to find out what they really want before we go any further.
We are not completely out of options. It might be possible to use another heliobus to drive out the one that seized Huohuo's mind.
But why would a heliobus ever want to help people? Wait. Miss Hanya, do you mean to say that...
I've been keeping Tail here all along.
What?
Don't look so surprised, young lady.
Surprised? Huohuo has been worried sick trying to find you, and now something else has gone after her.
You flaming furball! What the heck is going on? Did you know about this the whole time, Miss Hanya?
As per our rules, any free-roaming heliobus must be sealed away. I was merely following protocol. Besides, it was Tail who requested this.
It's a long story. I only recall a moment during that fateful night when my consciousness was on the verge of shattering into a million pieces. Time stood still, and I watched myself parting from Ignomar, drifting without purpose. Then, before I knew what had happened, the girl had retrieved me, and a judge of the Ten Lords' Commission had sealed me within a tale. I believe you humans call this kind of thing an end-of-life experience. But why would a heliobus experience one of those? Ridiculous. Since I'd slipped the leash, I thought I might as well change bodies and savor a bit of freedom. But then...
Lucky for you, you met me.
my luck took a sour turn when I ran into this demoness. Judge. When I was with Huohua, she constantly rant about me, whining about all the problems I'd caused her, how I'd ruined her life. It was only after I vanished that she realized she'd taken my power for granted. I wanted to hear her cry about it. So, in a fit of anger, I had this demon, Judge, imprison me in the gourd.
You had had your wish. Now, I'm offering you a chance to regain your freedom. Not by letting you go, but by going back to the way things were. Do we have a deal? Can I trust you, Tail?
Of course! We're pretty much co-workers at this point. So, all I have to do is possess Huohua and take out those other pesky heliobi, right? Time to give this heedless creature a reality check. It's exorcism o'clock!
Where am I? Tail? Are you here? I feel like I've been possessed. Tail? Mom? Is this an illusion? Mom, what are you doing here? I've missed you so much!
Stay back! Don't come any closer! I don't know who you are, but you're not my Huohua. Keep that filthy thing you're carrying away from me.
But I'm still me. I'm the one in control.
It's just a matter of time before it takes control of you. I'm sorry, Huohua. Your father and I had no choice but to send you to the Ten Lords Commission. Oh, it's best if you pretend we never existed.
Hey, I remember you.
Huohua's tail is all singed. It looks like a giant sparkler. Stay away from us, monster! Trying to make us feel sorry for you? I can't stand people who do that.
I'm not trying to make you feel sorry for me.
I heard your parents don't want you anymore. You should be the one feeling sorry. We shouldn't be talking to a monster anyway. Let's get out of here.
But I'm not a monster. What should I do? Tail. Tail? How are you still here? I see now. You're leaving me too. Everyone always leaves me. I don't want to be alone. Not again.
I haven't left!
Please, Tail. No more words. I can't bear to see you fade away.
Are you a judge or not? This heliobus is distorting your perceptions. Get a grip. Resist them!
They've all gone. All abandoned me.
All gone? Just watch me. I'll drag them all back.
This tail is just so creepy. It glows like some sort of torch. Gross!
Hey! Want to lose a hand? Whoa, look! I brought everyone back for you.
Who's back?
Our precious girl. Mom and Dad shouldn't have left you all alone. I'm sorry. I was just jealous that your tail is cooler than mine. I've always dreamed about having such a cool tail. Why don't you come play with me?
Oh, they're only here because you possessed them and made them come back. This isn't what I meant.
Oh, come on. You wanted them to return. They returned.
Tail? You're not an illusion. You're here. You're actually Tail. Where have you been all this time? I thought you were already...
Dead. Well, I haven't exactly had a picnic. Exploding into countless shards, being your shadow for all those rotten years. It's about time I had some good luck. I thought about getting out of here, but I couldn't shake the feeling there was something wrong. So I came back to see if you could manage on your own or if you were still a scaredy cat.
I'm sorry. I guess I still am.
No, you're selling yourself short. You're daring. How you had the courage to do something so dangerous amazes me. It's not bravery you lack, but sense.
What other choice did I have? I suspected that Cirrus was deceiving me, but the thought of losing you forever was... unbearable.
Forget about all that. I'm here now. But... did everyone really leave you? Because of me?
But you came back for me. And that's all I need.
Well, since you put it like that, I suppose I have nothing to feel guilty about anymore. Well, somebody needs to keep you out of trouble. Speaking of which, there's a pesky heliobus lurking right here. I'm coming for you. Don't even think about escaping.
Is that all?
Soon to be departed.
Leave it to me.
Follow my charge. Conflict is pitiless.
Stand down.
Blade of moonlight.
It'll heal.
There's no time to lose.
Unscathed. Ready for death. All will be revealed. In lunar flame.
Follow my charge. Here is thunder.
Tails' operation was a success!
Madame Hanya, Miss Quay, Sushong, and Miss Trailblazer. Oh, thank you. All of you. Are you the ones who brought Tail back?
Well, where would we be without our squad leader? We had to help.
Oh, so Scaredy Cat is squad leader. Well, look at you.
Aw, that's just what Miss Gawain calls me.
Well, Tail actually does belong to Miss Huahua.
Excuse me?
Despite Cirrus's scheming and calculating, they clearly didn't expect Tail to return to Huahua. Their plan to kidnap her was an utter failure. If they saw Huahua as she is now, it would break their will.
Madam Hanya, urgent news from Victual Garden. The subdued Heliobi are stirring again.
Cirrus may not know the location of Tail, but they still figured out a way to divert everyone's attention.
It's not because of me, is it?
There's no need to blame yourself. This was Cirrus's plan all along. It looks like the end game that General Jing Yuan has been trying to avoid is fast approaching. Sushang, please head to the seat of Divine Foresight and fetch the General. Let's hurry back to Fixtral Garden now, while there's still a chance to turn things around. It's time to teach Cirrus a lesson.
Judges of the Ten Lords Commission. Sluggish as ever. Oh, and is that Mr. Tail? Back to being a guard dog, I see. How delightful. This calls for a celebration. Still, after our last encounter, I have no intention of including you in my plans. To see Ignimar's most powerful fragment now burdened with emotions pains me. It's a pity, but you've become expendable.
Who are you calling expendable?
The Ten Lords Commission's matrix is still intact. The Heliobi cannot leave Fixtral Garden. You may think you have the upper hand, but you're nothing more than a caged animal. You will never leave here.
Leave? That was never my plan. I came to Fixtral Garden for one reason and one reason alone. To fight the Luofu's formidable general? He seemed fond of playing the waiting game. I merely capitalized on that. While you were all out on a wild goose chase, I rallied other Heliobi to my cause, thereby increasing my strength. Thanks to all of you, I've amassed the power of every Heliobus sealed within Fixtral Garden. All I need to do now is wait for the General to make his grand entrance. Before that happens, I should keep my end of the bargain. Destroying you without leaving a trace.
Name of Len. Down. Will forged in ice never falters.
All will be revealed in lunar flame.
Show no mercy.
No, not survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Soon to be departed. Later, moonlight.
Conflict is pitiless. that it?
They keep on coming back for more. What should we do, Tail?
Take it easy, kid. Heliobi might lack physical form, but they're not impervious to physical attacks. Cirrus is merely putting on a brave face. The moment they sense even a hint of defeat, it's over. They'll break into pieces regardless of how powerful they are.
So, just like what happened to Ignimar, once a Heliobus realizes they're going to lose, they'll shatter?
Exactly. And if there's anyone who can cause Cirrus to shatter, it's him.
So, General, you finally decided to show up. Ready to face the music?
Defeat my army and I'll give you the rematch you seek. My words hold true. As I mentioned previously, when Tang Xiao and Ignimar fought, the scales were balanced. But for you, Cirrus, this game was never about fairness, was it? And yet here we are. My power decidedly outmatches yours. Notions of rules and equal competition are mere illusions. Now, if you don't mind, allow me to show you how the endgame is played.
Soon to be departed, all will be revealed. In the lunar flame.
Show no mercy.
You know nothing of survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
In the name of Landau, a will forged in ice never falters!
Blade of moonlight.
Time to suffer.
Try harder.
Is that all?
Follow my charge. Conflict is pitiless.
Hope you're prepared.
Accept your defeat. You are bested.
Time to suffer.
Suppress.
It'll heal.
We'll come. All will be revealed. In lunar flame.
There's no time to lose.
Blade of moonlight.
Time to suffer.
This ends
You
here.
know nothing of the weight behind this power. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Here is thunder.
The fate of humans means nothing to me. We play by our own set of rules.
Checkmate.
I concede.
Good.
I am no Ignimar. I'm nothing. Nothing more than a faint flicker.
I know of no faint flicker that could strategize such a fierce battle against one of the Rainbow Arbiter's generals.
Listening to a winner feign humility is enough to make one sick.
The Heliobi may reflect our desires, but their fervent blaze is undeniably awe-inspiring. Neither General Tang Xiao nor myself would deride such a foe.
I have been bested. It's true. I only sought to lock horns with you regardless of victory or defeat. Next,
Next is eternal punishment. For an inextinguishable flame such as yourself, I see no punishment more fitting than to see you confined to a vacant abyss, forever lamenting your past transgressions. Such is the fate that awaits you, Cirrus.
So be it. Mountains will crumble. Oceans will evaporate, but the Heliobi will always be there, patiently waiting for their day of freedom. And that day will come. As long as the generals of the Ciento live, my battle against them will continue. Until the stars themselves burn out.
Cirrus's will to fight has been shattered. It can no longer pose a threat. Considering that everything here is now under control, I'll take my leave. Not at all. You have been of great assistance these past days. And for that, I express my gratitude. But the heliobus we dealt with will not be easily dismissed. Given sufficient time, and regardless of how slim the odds are, they will someday break the seal that binds them. However, that concern will fall to the generals of the future. One cannot help but wonder how many Lawfu generals this fragment of Ignimar will face in times to come. Speaking purely from the perspective of a warrior, I must say, I feel somewhat envious. In my estimation, this heliobus was not an overwhelming problem for you. Besides, each of you has appeared to gain something from this series of events. This excursion was not an official matter. I didn't report it to the counselors. What remains of it will be left to the Ten Lords Commission. And once matters have concluded, I believe everyone present will be duly rewarded. And as for you and the young Miss Gwynaifen, rest assured you won't be shortchanged. You see, helping the general of the Lawfu does have its perks. It's time I took my leave. Farewell.
You're here. I've just finished reinscribing the seal on Huohuo's tail. Next, it's time to address the matter of Cirrus.
If I were merely starfire essence, then naturally I'd prefer to glide through the cosmos. But after being entangled in your human world, my freedom is no longer that simple. I'm freer than ever before. I'm going nowhere.
According to the Ten Lords, Tail must be supervised by a judge. I'll make sure to take good care of Mr. Tail.
Let's see who takes care of who.
Besides, when Mr. Tail isn't around, the other Heliobi pick on me. I feel safer when Tail is here.
Other Heliobi? Huh. I'm the only Heliobus you need to worry about.
Well then, I will take care of the Sira situation. As for what gets written in the Lofu's Ghastly Grove, I'll leave that up to you. One more thing. Don't forget to seal the Heliobi within the evil binding matrix.
Yes, ma'am.
I wrote to my mom about the recent monster slaying and demon fighting stuff I've been doing for the Ten Lords Commission.
What did you tell her?
I told her I went toe-to-toe with the sword-fighting prodigy and Jing and held my own against fragments of Ignamar. But all she did was scold me for getting into trouble. Do you think she was being sarcastic? What could be more important than protecting the Xianzhou from the threat of Heliobi?
Quit worrying, Sushang. You've been an awesome squad member and a very talented sleepyhead. Now, let's think about what to publish on Ghastly Grove. This is huge news. This post will definitely boost our following.
Always on the hunt for more followers.
It's called professionalism, all right? I'm counting on you.
The ghost hunting squad can now rest easy for a while. Speaking as a judge of the Ten Lords Commission, I must thank you all for the dedication you've shown these past few days. You really minimized the impact of the Heliobi crisis. There may have been a few Heliobi that slipped through the net, but they are of no major concern.
Leave them to us. I don't want to brag, but our articles on Ghastly Grove are the talk of the town. If we suddenly stopped uploading, it'd be pretty unfair to our audience.
Miss Gui.
Madam Hanya, please let little Gui carry on uploading. I can't fall asleep without browsing Ghastly Grove before bed.
You seem pretty set on this, so I won't stand in your way. However, bear in mind that...
Don't worry. We promise not to make your job any harder than it already is.